Hello. So this kind of goes along with the other video, and I'm talking off the cuff here. I haven't even made notes. I'm just talking from memory, which isn't so great. So I'm going to try to say as much as I can recall. First off, first and foremost, where do we go from here? What do we do? First and foremost, there is going to be an economic collapse, bare minimum 2 years after Trump gets into office. First thing you need to do is you need to save your money. Second thing, you need to literally first save your money. Second thing, only buy bare necessities. Try to make the stuff that you do have last as long as you can possibly manage to make it last. Set up a community of trading and bartering, and try to only trade and barter with people like yourself, like-minded people, other Democrats, liberals, progressives, um, rainbow crowd, people of color, chronically ill and disabled. I mean, my God, what else? You know, Atheists, Wiccans, pagans, witches, feminists, humanists, protesters of the genocide, what have you. Next, we're all going to have to go underground. We're all going to have to go on. And actually, it would be best if you could physically go underground, literally physically hide out underground. I noticed that as long as you're in a building, they don't bother you. If you're out on the surface of the earth, walking around, driving around, that's when they bother you. But the second you're in a building, as long as it's a private residence, they leave you alone. That's what they've been doing so far. Hopefully, it'll continue like that. My God, there's so much. Get a bug out bag, have plenty of money, have it packed and ready to go. Make sure that everything in your bug out bag works and that you can grab whatever you need quickly and easily. Have a bug out car, have a bug out alternative location. Don't rely on one location. You know, you think that this place is safe? Not necessarily. I do have to say this about anyone who is wanting to go off grid and live off grid. You don't own the property you're on. Doesn't matter that it's bought and paid for, lock, stock, and barrel, and that it's yours. Literally, the government can come in, the state government, the local government, along with the federal government, can come in and take that property away from you. It's called eminent domain. They can just come in and take it away. They do not care. They do not care, and they will not care. The U.S. is no longer free. The U.S. is no longer free. So you say, well, get in a car and drive somewhere. They can, like in Germany, they can stop you. They can stop you anywhere. The black people know about this. Driving while black. There you go. Oh, and along with this, anyone, and I'm serious about this, for real, shit on me, believe, you won't shit on me, you'll actually believe me, and you'll pass this around because this is the truth. Anyone who is of the rainbow crowd, gay, lesbian, bi, transgender, asexual, questioning a queer, get a cover. Get a cover, get a cover. Find someone who is also of the rainbow community, obviously of the opposite sex, and do what you can to literally, legally, and this is why the old 70s term of on paper they look good, on paper they're sterling, on paper they're fantastic, but in real life it's something else entirely. So on paper, literally go down to your local courthouse, get married. Get married, get married. So that on paper, you are married to someone of the opposite sex and you are a law-abiding citizen and you are not, gay. But in real life, you very much will be gay and carrying out your life as you so choose. But, and I'm serious about this, you're going to have to live, you're going to have best, and I'm mentioning best case scenario here, all right? So you're going to have to draw from this and think about it, how you can pull this off, okay? But first and foremost, legally on paper, you need to find someone else. The gay guys need to find a lesbian, the lesbians need to find gay guys, and you need to get married and have a quote straight spouse unquote, someone who's willing to cover your ass, and you have to be willing to cover their ass, okay? And on paper you're going to look like a straight couple, okay? And I know that this will only work for the white people, because everyone who has any, even the slightest hint of melanin in their skin is going to be just carted away. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. You know, you also anyone who's, anything that is not Christian, buy yourself as much Christian shit as possible and hang it out everywhere. Put out American flags, get MAGA hats, hang it out. On paper, you're going to look good. You're going to have to fly under the radar. I am not exaggerating. This is for real. You have to fly under the radar. Now, what you got to do, you know, is if you're in the gay crowd, best case scenario, you know, whatever, buy a house, buy a condo, rent an apartment, and you're going to have at least 2 bedrooms, one in the guest room or one in the kids' room, whatever. And what you're going to do is you're going to live 2 separate lives. He's going to live in his half. You're going to live in your half. She's going to live in her half. He's going to live in his half, and you're going to have, your own separate lives, but you're going to be having to live under the same roof. Sorry if a little bit of accent came out there, but you're going to be having to live under the same roof. Okay. So socially and otherwise, you're going to go out as one couple, but in truth, you're going to have, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, what have you. And you can even have these people living with you, but socially, it's going to look, you know, you're going to have to work it, but it's going to look like something, which it very much is not. You catch my drift? So it'll look like you're a straight married couple, but in truth, both of you are going to be gay as heck, and both of you are more than likely going to get married to your own personal partners. You're going to have to hold everything in private and keep everything in private, but there you go. There you go. And you can still adopt kids, and you can still make it look good on the surface, but you're going to have to live your lives in private. It's just the way it is. We are no longer a free nation. And I'm telling you right now, to save your lives, please, 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 don't tell anyone that you're gay. Don't let anyone know that you're bi. Don't tell anyone that you're transgender. Don't. Don't. Save your life, save your life, save your life. And literally, you have to go underground with your fight. And the way you do that is you undermine and you pull the rug out from underneath their feet. You insult and don't believe a single solitary person who is Republican, conservative, MAGA, Trump supporting. Don't believe a word they say. And make it very clear and obvious that anyone who's MAGA, anyone who's a Trump supporter, anyone who's a conservative, anyone who's a Republican is a liar, and point them out as liars. Say you don't believe it. Be the first one to comment another thing that isn't the truth, another lie that never happened. Be the trolls, be the trolls, be the trolls, and tear these fuckers down. Tear them down. You can still fight. You're just going to have to fight undercover. Okay? And that's you can still fight. You're just going to have to fight. And this is the way the Republicans have been doing it all along. Literally. This is the way the conservatives have been doing it all along. And it's time to fight fire with fire. Turnabout is fair play. Turnabout is more than fair play. Period. I'll do one more video here. Give me a minute.